How's it going? My name is Lachlan Watt, and music is my life. So, last week's episode of the podcast with Jake from Health really popped off. Stoked on that. I guess people are just really feeling health right now. And with very good reason. They are an incredible band, a real breath of fresh air, doing something very unique, and on top of that, they're just super prolific. In between going home from Knotfest a couple months back and heading out on their current US headline tour, despite having a full new album already in the can, they found the time to write and release a brand new collaborative track with Chelsea Wolfe. It's called Mean. It rules. You should check it out. With that in mind, it's probably a good thing that this week's episode is another health one, this time with Mr. John FAMIGLIETTI, or Johnny Health, as is much easier to say. He's the band's bass player, synth guy. He's the man wearing the cat ears. He's basically the hype man. He's the main attraction on their vibrant Discord community. He's the guy that curates all the memes that come from there for their incredible social media presence. And he's also one of the most strange and beautiful men I've ever come across in my life. This conversation actually took place during the Sydney Knotfest. After Hatebreed's set, we went back to the hotel for a little bit just to chill and get this chat done. Of course, we wanted to get back to the festival, so this conversation isn't as long as the one I had with Jake, but that's fine because it's a bit more lighthearted. We don't get as deep. We talk about a few more funny, silly topics like the Discord, the memes, the butt plugs, a bunch of other fun stuff, like also the time I pissed my pants after a huge bender with Johnny at Dark Mofo. Speaking of Hatebreed, I was really hoping to get a Jasta chat done at Knotfest, but because of the fact that they had just kicked out one of their original members before the tour, there's a bunch of legal issues around that, and they weren't able to do any media for the time being, but Jasta promised me we'd get it done next time they're here. Anyway, that's enough for now. Let's get into it. My name is Lachlan Watt. Music is my life. And here's my chat with Johnny from Health. Cheers. It was your first time in New Zealand in how long?
Well, I think we went in 2016 for Laneway into Auckland only. So our first time back in Wellington in 14 years, something like that. Maybe 15 years.
Shows are good over there?
Amazing. Wellington sold out. Auckland, but this far from selling out. That's great. Yeah.
Obviously, we had Jake on the podcast at the start of the tour.
Mm-hmm.
Had a great chat. It was funny, though. Got to the end of it and realized we hadn't talked about memes or butt plugs at all. So figured better get you on and
that's my department. Yeah.
Balance the fire and ice dynamic
absolutely.
Of health with you
I'm
and Jake.
fire, he's ice.
How did you two guys meet in the first place and start this whole thing?
Jake and I actually met, funny enough, working at Guitar Center Hollywood. In the 2000s, and I took control of the stair and I was playing like Chinese stars and like, weirder stuff like that. The Rapture, I think. And then Jake was like, "Hey man, like you're the only guy here is not a douchebag. Like, do you want to play music? Like, I heard you play bass." I was like, "Yeah."
What was the idea when you started doing
So
music?
actually when I met, so Jake was like, "Hey, my friend and I from college, we're trying to start a band. We're not 100% sure what we want to do. But they were like doing a 2-guitar thing, and it was like way more. It was more of a mellow thing, and I was like, I really like you guys, but if I want to work with you, like I am really into this stuff from New York. I love all this like noise, and I want to join the LA scene. I want to play the Smell. I want to play Il Corral. I want to play Che Cafe. So if you're in for that, let's do this because I really like you." And they're like, "All right, let's do it." So we did it, and then we sort of started creating the health thing.
Nice. It's been such a strange journey, just looking at it from the outside, just Health's musical evolution. Kind of, it's been all over the place, and now you're in this whole little world of your own.
Mm-hmm.
How do you perceive yourself as a band, yourselves as musicians? Like, how do you picture it all? How do you categorize things?
I don't know. I mean, like we're very we've never had a genre that, or any genre we were was so small it was hard to define for most people. So right now we're happy to like proudly be like, all right, we're industrial metal, whatever, And
Come metal.
Actually, fuck that. Come metal. It's very easy to say that we're come metal,
Less syllables.
Yeah, and it's easy to tell people, and it's nice, People are definitely on board. People definitely are really getting it right now. So even though we've done it so long, we never had stuff like that. So it's very exciting.
It seems like everyone's been having fun being like the odd band out on Knotfest?
Yeah, I thought Enter Shikari is more of the odd man out than us, actually.
Yeah, really?
So, yeah. Obviously, they're a bigger band, so they had a great show. But Knotfest is pretty eclectic. But yeah, so like I was like, oh, we're the odd man out. I'm like, we fit in more than Enter Shikari. I'm sure they're nice guys. I'll meet them tonight at the party.
Yeah. Although I'd say if there was any band on the fest that was sort of stylistically the most similar to Health, it'd probably have to be them, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely.
But the Health Breed connection has been pretty amusing and satisfying to witness.
Yes.
Hatebreed is one of my all-time favorite bands, and I guess apart from Slipknot, Health and Hatebreed are my two bands of the festival.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't exactly expect that to happen, but I'm pretty stoked it did.
Yeah, this is a Universes in Terrasante place. No, it's been very cool. All the bands every band we met have been extremely kind, and also shout out to Slipknot and the team and Knotfest, like incredible amenities. You can't see this on camera, but this is a wonderful hotel room.
Yeah,
they're very, very kind.
What do we describe it like? The prison cell from Total Recall?
Yeah, I would love. This is my dream prison cell. This is like I kill someone in, I don't know, Norway or Denmark, and I stay here for the rest of my life and write a novel and create my RPG. All the stuff I wanted to do. Sounds wonderful. Only thing I got to do. They probably give me porn too. I just goon all day. Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, I think that's what Sam's been doing.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Every day or tour by the sounds of it. So I got to hear one of your new songs the other day. Jake showed me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember on a podcast a while back you were talking about how like breakdowns and how you weren't exactly going to be going metalcore, but you were sort of doing the closest thing that Health could really do to that. And it's sick. I really enjoyed the song.
Yeah, we've talked to so many people, and we've had so much love from people in the metalcore business, and they've been extremely wonderful and nice and gracious, and say we're a big influence, which we were surprised. And sort of in the parts over times, we've been also like, especially like we were supposed to have some of this material ready for this tour. I wish we did, because we were playing these stages. We're like, we're missing some of this firepower. The whatever you want to call the modern metal landscape, or the modern, let's say metal, let's say heavy music landscape.
So how much of the new album is leaning in that direction, do you think? Majority?
I'd say a decent amount. I mean, we were close to finishing the record, and I'm like, guys, we do not have enough dog on here. Like, the whole point of this direction is like, I need this shit for live, So, but now I think it's worked out. So we have a really good amount of dog and stuff for live.
Explain dog.
So dog, I think a dog is a term I've coined for heavy that we use internally. It's a more abstract and more all-encompassing form of saying heavy. When a lot of people say heavy, when I was a kid, I would say heavy and hard. This is also my own logic of, let's say punk, hardcore punk, and old school hardcore punk, not now, would be hard. And then like doom metal would be heavy. So like, the weight versus this is my own, this is what I thought it was. So I thought it was hard and heavy. As I got older, everyone just says heavy, but what they referring to is, aggressive vocals, chugga guitar, low tone, low bass, edgy bass, whatever, and then obviously blast beats and heavy drums. So, but they're all in this very much sort of rock only context. So dog is just anything intense, whether it's like from the noise sphere, incredibly abrasive sounds like high pitched sounds, atonal noise, or we're talking about EDM, like these incredible transients and the kick drums, the snare drum. That's very heavy. All that stuff is really intense, So anything intense in music we refer to as dog.
But how did it become dog?
Because
anything to do with Bluey?
No, The Simpsons. No, this is pre-Bluey. When we worked internally, we're like, it needs to be heavier. So we'd be like, it needs more dog, from The Simpsons, where he drinks a red tick beer. And he's like, and then they flash back to the factory, and they show these like dogs in like a tub going in a circle. And the guy tastes it, and he goes, it needs more dog. So that's how we talk. So we call it dog fest, dog it out, dog music.
So how did Bluey end up becoming the icon for the Australian tours.
It's not Blue, it's Bandit, by the way.
Oh,
Or
right.
offended, it's Bandit. It's the dad,
Right.
it's not the kid.
I'm not familiar with the Bluey lore.
But yeah, it's I don't know. It's really from some of these things come from our fan base, and these weirdos watch fucking Bluey, and they're adult, people. But the dad, the Bandit, I haven't seen Bluey myself at all, but I think he's sort of like a Homer or like a super cool, like super popular member. Anyway, there's a lot of porn featuring Bandit. And we were exposed to a lot of this Bandit, Bluey themed porn.
Because you guys have a bit of a furry contingent.
Yeah,
in the fan
definitely.
base,
Yeah,
right?
so our fans, we respond to our fans. We're very focused. We serve our fans as number one, everyone else number two. So, we're like, hey, Australia, what's Australian? Well, here we go. And so we post this, borderline furry porn with the Bandit, this big ass. It said bad dog, got a huge reaction. And the actual artist of it was kind of shocked and flattered. And then he drew a specific art. He's wearing health underwear.
Nice. Because I actually saw someone commenting like that. I hope they haven't just like stolen someone's art without permission. So
No, it's all column B, but we like to find the artist. And so he was down, and then I don't even know if it's the same artist, but no, I think it's different artists. No, because I messaged them, and then we just threw some fresh Bandit porn on the new flyer. But it went gangbusters. Like if you're in a band and post a flyer, the algorithms are working against me. Like no one will see it. Like you'll get a fraction of the views. So to put Bandit's giant ass on there and get this 25,000 shares, it's like pretty nice.
that's sick.
Yeah.
You guys have kind of been working against or around the algorithms by being able to put everyone into a Discord, though, right? That's been working really well for you.
Well,
as a
yeah,
band.
Discord is like obviously it's big in gaming culture. That's how we come at it. But like it's also it's private social media.
Yep.
Current social media is basically useless. Like your followers don't matter. You can't message them. They want you to pay. If you pay, it doesn't even do anything. They've kind of shitified, as we call it now, ruined it. And like when we come to bands, that's our main way of promoting. We don't have zines or newsletters or anything. So Discord is Discord's also, it's like the message boards of old, but like, Discord, we have this incredibly versatile platform. It's like a private social media network. And so if you join our Discord, you can meet people. I mean, so many people have found their boyfriends or girlfriends on our Discord. You lonely people, you want to go to your first show, you meet friends in each city, go to our show. So it's a really incredible fan. I used to be the guy on the 31G fucking, message board when I was a kid. And it was pretty one way, it's like you can like the health one. Now it's like we can watch a movie together. You can message me directly, and you've got meetups for every city. We got all this niche stuff. We have gaming events. It's a whole lifestyle,
It's pretty much just you on there, though, when it comes to the members of the band, right?
Yes. Yeah. I try to get one guy on every once in a while, but yeah, pretty much me.
Yeah, right.
Or it is, I'd say 99%.
Yeah, I can't imagine Jake getting on there too much.
We've done a Q&A with Jake. It was very popular. I brought Jake on a stream. I like to do it again. I brought Beej on one stream. We had Beej on there a few times, but yeah, it's kind of a different. They're not gamers, No, I'm on Discord anyway. It's great. I use Discord rather than because it works just like Stack or Zoom. You know what I mean? It's like people who work at jobs and offices. It's like they work on a similar thing to Discord. It's just how it works now.
So you're definitely a bit of a gamer.
Yes.
How much of your time on the road are you spending gaming?
Pretty good, actually. Every flight, a lot of times at the hotel. Like I'm playing. My plan is to play Metaphor on my Steam Deck, but I've been playing Balatro the entire time, and I've already, I should be done with Balatro by now, but I just keep playing Balatro.
What's that?
You don't know Balatro? You can get it on your phone.
I'm a very casual gamer.
It's for a casual gamer. You can get it on your cell phone if you want, but I think it's the most brilliant games ever made, and it's a roguelike deck builder. But it's a solitaire poker, but you have all of these video game elements of like how you build your deck, how you build your jokers, and endlessly rich gameplay based around that. And all you do is beat the score.
Nice.
And I can't recommend it enough.
So do you think the whole gaming thing around health, did that come before or after you were doing music for video games? Like, was it chicken or the egg?
Definitely it was the chicken. Definitely after Max Payne 3. Obviously,
Yeah.
I've always been a gamer, especially in the music scene back then. You wouldn't be rushing to promote your your video game affiliations. That would be not cool. And like even after we did Max Payne 3, we were on tour and the people were like, "Oh, don't put that video game soundtrack on your merch table. That's fucking corny. You don't look lame, don't you? That's video games."
Who's saying that?
That was like, the time that, we were opening for Crystal Castles then. It was that was kind of like, he's like, "Dude, don't do that." And it's like, because the culture was in that way, you're a dork. And
you embrace the nerd.
Yeah, well, embrace the nerd, but also society just got more nerdy. It's just like everyone is on their fucking computer. Like, you are a nerd. You're holding this. You're a fucking nerd. Like, they got rappers to use Twitter. Like, they made everyone nerdy. Everyone became nerdy. So society as a whole got really corny, and it's like, people are like, "Oh, how do you raise these kids?" I'm like, well, I've been a nerd my whole life. It's just all the shit that was shameful is just mainstream now. It's like not hard. I'm not like reaching or anything, It's kind of funny.
Do you still do the health hotline at all?
Yep. We got 2 health hotlines, and then we have the on WhatsApp also. So now we run the voice health hotline only for streams. So you can call me, which if you're in Australia, you can call via WhatsApp. And then we do we have a new health hotline that's on an automated text service where I still answer it. You can still text me directly on it. It's on my phone, but I can mass text if I need to.
Do you ever end up in any like gnarly situations by being so accessible to your fan base?
No, nothing too crazy. I mean, like, yes, I've gotten my suicide attempts and cries for help. I don't like that, and I'm just like, I am not a professional. Please seek help. And I've had kids I've been talking to for years, and nothing that crazy. I mean, I don't inspire that sort of insanity. Like, I think it's only possible with us. Like, I've had a lot of fans show up at my house and I've hung out with them. Like, no one's showing up with a gun. Like, I'm not gonna get dime bagged. I don't bring it out of people like that. Like, people aren't like throwing themselves
significant enough to be dime bagged yet.
No, it's just like I just don't inspire that kind of like that's also not our culture of our fan culture. Like, we don't make that kind of music. So, health fans might be weirdos, but like they're very different people. Like, we have a certain psychological profile that is attracted to us. So like, I'm not very worried. Yes, I do. I get my insane people, my crazy people. Yes, but like, I'm not really that worried about being dime bagged. How about that?
How would you describe that certain psychological profile?
It's hard, and I haven't really been this. I've been asked this before. We haven't really clocked it down, but we know you're into certain stuff. I'd say the average health fan is definitely above average IQ, bit of sexual depravity, not too much, but a pretty good amount. Like, you're into a lot of stuff. You're very passionate about art, music, and films and video games, and I don't know. There's a lot of things. Go to our Discord. You can see. It's like we have an incredible vibe there, and it's almost like. People say like our mods, like I do not run the Discord. Like, I don't even own the Discord, but like our mods run it and they can be kind of draconian, and I get complaints and I don't feel good about it, but I kind of feel it's like Berghain in like, Europe. Like, why is Berghain the greatest club in the world?
Because they kick you out.
Yeah, because there's fucking asshole gatekeepers like making sure the vibe is right, and they may be wrong, but like, so we call them the vibe guard. It's like, they might not be perfect. They might get the job done. So the vibe in our Discord is really immaculate. It's a mix of the people who are attracted to our band, but also the fan cultures. So it's kind of like it's a really great place to be. If I was a kid now getting into health, I would love it. Like, it would be amazing for me to hop on, on the Discord.
So how many kind of different sub communities are there within the Discord? Like, you've got the furries in their own little area, right?
We do have a fur room called Around the Fur. But it's not really one thing or the other. It's just there. We're just pretty open. Everyone there has a very similar, like, snarky attitude. It's very different than, I would say, it's not what you expect. If you're going to an area that's like very friendly to all these alternative lifestyles, they would have a very different vibe, you would think. And that's not our vibe. It's very consistent with our lifestyle. It's the health core. We have our own culture. And it's very cool.
And so all the memes kind of obviously seem to at least see their genesis in the Discord. And
yeah, I just got all my memes. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're so good at memes." I'm like, no, I'm not. I go to the Discord. I just take what I like. Yes, I don't take them all. I take the best. I'm like a meme DJ.
Who did the pussy facing the world?
Oh, so here's the thing. Our fans are also so clever. It's the serious thing. I like. Everyone's like, "Oh, you like I hang out with your fans so much." It's like, I like my fans. Like, I get it. If we made this like really savage music that's just about fucking hatred and shit, I understand why a lot of bands I like and a lot of bands I know, their fans are dangerous, or these like hateful people. And it's like, we don't make that kind of music. So like our fans are great. So like our fans make these memes about us and they're fucking hilarious. So it's like, I just go on there. I see pussy facing the world. I'm like, I love it.
Right.
Let's run up the flagpole. I'm like, give me your Instagram. We're throwing it up right now. So like, yeah. So like the fans are generating most of this content, you know?
That's fucking sick. What's in the pipeline for the computer game side of things with health? Is there anything else coming up?
Yeah, I mean, we've been dying. So we have a quote unquote health computer game on what is it? Something IO. God damn it, what is it called? Whatever. We have our own Vampire Survivors clone called Rat Wars Survivors. It's great. You can play it on your you can download it on your phone or play it on the thing. But we definitely want to take a step. Like we would love more than anything there to be like a real health video game. And that's been like sort of in the works, but hasn't really happened yet.
In your ideal world, would that be what, like an RPG, an action game?
Well, I like obviously I don't get too. I want to be realistic of what's actually possible. So originally I'm like, oh, I want an RPG. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like you know, go to Larian. Like these things take a decade. You know, these sell. I'm like, no. So I'm thinking of something more like roguelike multiplayer. That is, well, I don't want to give away my good idea. It's a great idea. We have it's a sci-fi scenario. You can run 2-hour runs. You know, like I just played the Elden Ring Night Rain network test. So perfect. Like the whole run, I think, is 45 minutes with people. Definitely something social. So I think we have a pretty great idea. The thing is, we have to make it.
So tell us about your one tattoo. Is that something else that sort of the Discord got going?
No, it's just you know, we're so inspired with the fans. So
much?
that was like a stupid idea where it's like, what if I got, you know, From Software tattooed on my chest? And I was like,
oh shit, it's happened.
Yeah. That's about it. Everyone's like, are you gonna get more tattoos? I'm like, no.
That's it. One and done, baby.
Yeah. Also, it was very painful. I was not a fan.
My first tattoo is a stupid meme, and I thought it might end there, but
well, you have a lot of tattoos right now.
Yeah. Went a little bit crazy with it.
Are you done getting tattoos? You got another one?
Almost, I think. Like, I think I'll probably like get a few more here and there, but as far as I'm concerned, I think my sleeves are done.
What about below the belt?
I've got a couple on my knees, and shins. Like, I'm not really in a rush to get it all covered though. But
like the Yakuza.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. The pain's not as much fun when you get older.
Yeah,
it used to be easy.
Why, it hurts too much to get a tattoo now?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't heal doesn't feel like it heals as quick as it used to.
Well, of course
hurts more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess your skin just gets shittier and older, and
yeah. It's nature of the beast.
Yeah. So the butt plugs, that's the other thing that we need to cover.
Oh, sure.
How did they come into the picture with health?
You know, it's sort of like think aloud. It's like, all right, you know, I talk with the fans every day, and it's like, all right, well, you know, we serve our fans. Oh, what would they like for merch? Bet they love a butt plug. And they did.
And it's one of your highest selling items.
Dude, it keeps selling. I thought it was a one and done joke, but like people really want them. And we sold out of them quick. You know, we fly with them. Shout out Vizara. They make our butt plugs. They're quality butt plugs, you know. Silicone, metal. We do the new one. We have a pile bunker. It's like a light bulb you put up your ass. A little too much for me. But
shit.
Yeah.
Sounds painful.
It does. It's really, it's like this big. But
you giving it a shot? Or?
No, fuck no. I need a Pringles can in my asshole? Like if I'm actually putting it, like if you're gonna put anything up your ass, a man, straight man, prostate massager is like this. It's the fucking finger. It's to hit the walnut. You ain't trying to
pile drive.
No needs for you to be stretched. You gonna have a fucking dick in there, you know?
You gonna make full blown health dildos at some point, or is it just ending at butt plugs?
I mean, why? What would you do? We really need one? Everyone they were asking that. Like, we don't need to make too many sex toys. We're trying to think of stuff that's actually useful. I think butt plugs are useful. You know, maybe lube. Lube is very useful.
I got a couple of health condoms sitting at home.
We have condoms. Those are very useful. I mean, what else you need? I mean, nothing too crazy. I mean, we're not trying to get in the sex toy business. How about that? It's band merch first.
Yeah, I thought there'd be enough fans out there wanting.
They do. They've asked us
now that you've kind of gone.
I think it's more
world.
important that we make thigh highs right now. I think it's more important we make body pillows right now. You know, stuff for the culture. We got the butt plug. You know, we only need the essentials. Maybe lube. I think lube would be good, but a good one. I would love like Slickwood style. Like maybe we can find a really good, make a high quality stuff. You know.
So there'll be a pretty broad range of pre-orders for the new record?
Yeah, I would think so. I should hope so. This new album's gonna blow your dick off. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, tell us about this album. How are you feeling about it? How do you perceive it in the?
This new album
health
it's not a new album per se. Let's call it like let's say okay, Rat Wars is volume 5, right? This is volume 5.5. This is a DLC.
Yeah,
it's a continuation. So it's like Shadow of the Erd Tree, and Rat Wars is Elden Ring.
Right.
So we are giving you more expansion packets DLC. It's made for these bigger stages and these bigger venues we're playing now.
It's kind of insane, like talking to you guys about all the different opportunities you have coming up. Like there's going to be, just seems like the next couple of years, it's going to be nonstop in the bigger stages.
Well, who knows? I can predict nothing. But I'll tell you what, though, just like we're very much responding to everything we do is respond. We have our own ideas, but we respond to fans and we respond to our things. So like, yeah, we're writing stuff that's our style. I think it'd be really wrong for us to just like straight up just do, we're going to stay true to what we do, but like, adding okay, going back to Dark Souls, going back to From Software. Okay, so Dark Souls is like the most brilliant thing in the world, right? And the way it's the same thing every time, but the way it gets better is the way they just add more regular video game shit. So you get to Elden Ring and they're just like, all right, let's add Breath of the Wild. And like, Sekiro, it's like, all right, fucking add a grappling hook. Just add this regular video game shit. So similar way, We Are Health, obviously not to be too grandiose. Yeah, I know From Software is the best, blah, blah. But anyway, we can add more regular music shit to Health and keep it in our zone and have it be better. So the with our new material, faster tempos, more breakdowny stuff, more stuff, suited for these big venues.
More chuggy guitars. It's not. From what I've heard so far, it's not really like a
no. It has to be true to us. We're not overdoing it.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. I thought that how it kind of had the sort of Bring Me sounding sort of slightly auto-tuned kind of chorus, kind of that could fit into like a Bad Omens song or something. And
I mean that's where we've I think we sort of forward-looking pop influence side of heavy music is definitely where I think we are. Obviously, we're our own people, but where we slot in definitely the most. Like us, we've opened for Bring Me. Well, that's great. Like we could go and toward Bad Omens. Obviously, we've done a song with them. It'd be great.
Did it take you by surprise that world has kind of gotten behind Health in such a big way?
It did, but also when you start breaking down, like who else would? I mean, like it makes more sense. Like they're the forward-looking people in the heavy community. How about that? Because we love it, and we are, when we go heavy, we're very much old school. We're looking at thrash and death metal and stuff like that. But that's a long time ago. The people on the vanguard of heavy music who are like into pop and into electronic and into all this other shit, and especially fucking autotune or whatever, well, they're in the metalcore zone. And obviously, the market share is massive.
Yeah, and I think someone was saying over the last few days just how you might get offered a tour with some legendary metal band, and that audience is kind of not going to be as receptive to something weird and kind of gay like Health.
Yeah, definitely. And that's it.
Some kids exactly coming to their first show to see like Bad Omens or Sleep Token, like will just be ready to.
Well, yeah, and they're also youthful fans. It's always the way of the game. But yeah, totally. Like we're so flattered that we can play Brutal Asshole in Prague, but like, and we play between black metal, death metal, and the shit rips. But like, if those guys are like, "These guys fucking suck," it's like, yeah, I know. Like, it's just like I wouldn't be surprised, if like
well,
that's
it seems like all the.
However, that's not the case
bands
though.
Love you.
They all love us. Yeah, the bands are nice. Like the legendary bands, like we're almost like disappointed. We almost show up like, oh, they're gonna hate us. Like, no, they don't hate you. They're nice. Oh, it's fucking great then. What's the problem? No problem. Literally no problem. I have zero complaints. No one's ever fucked with us. No one's ever zero fucking complaints. And also the reason why is because it's the year 2025.
Yeah, and you guys can kind of just like slot into.
No, it's just in the future. And we are also like we're not. Even in our approach to this stuff, even though we use a lot of modern tools, it's like we're kind of old school. Like we have the way we used heavy music touchstones are pretty vintage. So it's a bit of a retro futurism, right?
So tell us about your idea for the Hatebreed collaboration.
That is, I don't know. We don't want that on mic, but I don't know if that's on the table.
Oh, well, it's just an idea.
Yeah. But yeah, like stuff like that too. It's like, we're shocked that we did a Lamb of God one, 'cause here's the last thing. Like, we get it. Like, I grew up on this shit. Like, I love heavy music. I would hate to be the guy making your favorite band do the lamest shit in the world. Like, fuck that. So the Lamb of God thing, that was all we're thinking. We're like, please don't hate us. We don't want to piss off Lamb of God fans. We like them. We like Lamb of God. We want you to love this. So we pulled it off. We threaded the needle. No one was mad. We were shocked, So if it was us and Hatebreed, similar idea. If that's a very big if. Yeah. So I don't want to piss those guys off. I saw the pit.
So how angry they are.
Yeah, the kicker. Actually, no. I will say though, everyone in that crowd is fucking working out. It looked amazing. A lot of tank tops.
You look like you've been hitting the gym quite a bit.
I've been listening to Hatebreed in the gym. I'm getting pumped.
I've been missing the gym. Need to get back.
Yeah. What's your routine?
I don't really have a specific routine, but I used to just go and do a lot of, I guess, I'll start on the rowing, and then, because like, it's weird. I get like this clicking in my head ever since my second brain surgery, where I think I got back to playing shows a little bit too soon after, and was just sort of headbanging. And after a show one night, I was like, something in there's clicking, and they've scanned it and can't see anything in there that would indicate anything. So if I like get on like a treadmill, or like, because I used to skip when I got to the gym, and I'd be like skipping, and there's clicking inside my skull that I can't fucking escape. So I adapted to the rower, and that finally
row's a great exercise.
Best way to get it going.
Arms, yeah, it's amazing.
And then I'll do like a bunch of pull-ups and
also back, yeah.
Just rotate through the different
all body weight
upper body stuff
amazing,
at the gym. And lately got real into the cold plunge and the sauna. And
love it. Yeah.
Doing the 2 minutes in the ice and then 10 minutes in the
do 15 in the sauna, then 2 minutes in the ice.
Yeah, right. So is that more your routine? You've
got no, like the science of it or whatever. My gym's sauna. I wanted to use it, but I went in there and all these guys in fully clothed with their shoes on, and I was like, "Fuck this!" So I don't use the sauna at my gym. It's right next to my house. It's really cheap, but just for the machines, and the weights.
So that was just sort of something you got into more recently.
New Year's resolution.
Oh yeah.
Not trying to get bulky here though. I think I'm trying to stockpile, muscle for later.
Yeah. So what's happening with health after Australia? You got much time off?
We got to go to work. We got to finish this record, So
I thought the record was done.
Well, it is almost done. How about this? There is one song. Last minute, we just trashed one of the songs. It would be track 3. And we have a demo that would be a perfect replacement. And that's not finished. Right. So we need to get that done the second we get back. Everything else is in mix right now.
I'm so used to talking to bands about their records and it kind of needing to sort of be like a real moment in time because they got to get all the tones and everything and everything sort of set. But I guess you guys have the freedom to just sort of digitally do your own thing,
like it's on the computer, but also we know the aesthetic. Here's the thing: it's like it's not a new album. It's a 5.5. It's we're just continuing the Rat Wars sound with these new songs, so we know what it is. It's just like we have the song that we thought were pretty. When you play a song for like 25 people and they get no reaction, we're 100% confident on, and we have this other one that's kind of in the same zone, and it's stronger. So we have to finish it.
So what would you see for the future of health beyond Rat Wars 5.5? You've just what health 6.0
basically
is?
On our schedule we would do Disco 5. So I would love to do another round of collabs. That could be a single or double album, who knows? And then there would be the next health album, which would be, I feel with every album we're not reinventing the wheel. I feel every health album is kind of the same. You're kind of adding to it. But Rat Wars has been the greatest success and everyone likes it the most. So we feel the need to give an expansion pack to it to continue that zone. And so I guess it would be 6. We would need to add what I call it gimmicks, like new gimmicks every time. So there would be some kind of idea. That one thing we haven't done is reggae. Haven't added reggae. Probably not what the people are asking for, but
No.
that's the only one. You know, everyone's like, "Would you make solo music because you're unfulfilled?" I'm like, "Well, no, I get it all here." It's like, "What have you haven't done?" I'm like, "Dub reggae." That's it. Which I love.
Johnny Health dub reggae solo record.
No, be in Health. I mean, I would only release solo album as Johnny Health only because I would like to make like mid-tempo dance music that wouldn't be good. Like if anything, the best thing we'd ever have, I want Health to have it. So if I can make a handful of dance singles just for my DJing, that's it. But like, I'm never in Health like being like, oh, I wish they'd use my ideas. Like, no, I get everything I want. So like, there's nothing. All our best stuff that we come up with is going into the band. I'm not like sitting on these like songs. I wish we could make them. No, I really don't. There's really no need for a solo project. Only reason I do solo projects is to DJ more. That I have, and I'm really talking like 1 to 4 tracks.
Right.
Yeah.
How does that kind of creative split work between you and Jake?
What do you mean?
Like with the songwriting, like how does this Health song generally come together?
There's no
whose
formula.
ideas sort of.
No, there's no formula. It could be anything. A lot of the ideas are just literally ideas. It's like you walk in the room and like, I want a song that does this, or we need a song that does this, or remember this shit we need like this, or like, hey, this song, we need our own version of this. This is what we're missing. So a bit of that, or it's like demos, like, hey, I wrote this. I mean, a lot of times Jake writes like, songs like Ashamed, songs like Don't Try. Jake's like, I wrote a song. And it's like, oh, that's pretty good. All right, okay, here, let's redo all the production. But like, that's the song. And like, it changes a bit, but doesn't change that much. Stuff like that. So there's really no formula. So we work together in the room, work from ideas, work from demos. Like, there's really no formula. But everyone trusts each other. So there's no like, if it's good, it's good. And we write a lot. And a lot of it goes in the cutting room floor. A lot of it just doesn't come out.
Is the cutting room floor like a bit of a graveyard, or you just kind of just
if you subscribe to our Ko-Fi or Patreon, you can hear those cutting room floor demos.
Right.
And sometimes those come out later too, or like, especially when it comes to this point, which I like, is we have to stop. So we're building the album, and now we've like built the album, and like we have set the sequence. So we're swapping song 3 because the sequence is set, and the new song 3 has to fill the same spot in the sequence.
It's interesting that you say built the album as opposed to wrote the album.
Yeah. Well, I think, it's different than we're it's on the computer. It's very malleable. We take long breaks away. It's not like
building blocks.
Yeah, it's obviously we've been a very traditional band before, where like you kind of write the song and then you go into the studio. Yeah. That's not how we're working. We're working very much on the computer,
So you swapped out one of the songs in the set today for one of the tracks off is it the first record or the second record?
Second record.
I was telling Jake on the last podcast that I tried to get into those records after discovering Health, and because I got into the band on Volume 4, and then sort of went backwards, and the earlier back I went, I was like, yeah, I don't know if this stuff's for me.
Yeah, it's not for you. It's not for Lachlan.
But then today that what was the song called?
We Are Water.
We Are Water. Yeah, I was like, fuck, what's this song? I think I like this.
I'd like to record because we own the rights to our earlier stuff. A handful of songs from our earlier catalog. It'd be great to re-record them in the new style with the new production, just like an EP of the handful of songs from our first 2 records.
Just the hits.
The hits that we would still play live. We used to actually play more of them live, and the only ones we play live, we had to completely remix them to fit in. So it'd be nice to have like proper, 2025
So maybe that's
versions.
why I actually liked it more, because there's a whole new production.
It is. It's totally remixed. Like the We Are Water you heard live has like a psytrance bass line.
Right.
That does not exist in the original.
Okay, I'll have to go and compare.
Yeah.
Make sure that I'm not insane.
No, you're not insane. Like, there is a galloping psytrance bass line in the new version. It did not exist in the previous. Also, the first 2 albums, like, they're very lo-fi comparatively,
Yeah, it was probably just a little bit too harsh for my taste, but I guess the noise rock is never exactly.
It's a very esoteric genre, and it's not does not have wide appeal, as we found out, which is why we had to change sounds.
But you guys were still pretty renowned and had
definitely we had an amazing touring history in Australia, but it wasn't sustainable. Also, all music, it has like waves. Like there's times, and everyone who are our contemporaries and everything, it was like you could see it just like anything in music. It's like it fades away, and you're sort of like, oh, where am I?
Yeah.
And also stuff was changing hugely around music, and we not just changing with the times, but we're inspired by what's going on. So the turn of the 2010s, music was getting very different. It's a lot of exciting things. So we're like, okay, well, how do we fit in? And that's been its own journey.
So what was the stuff that got you into heavy music originally?
I started with the only music I cared about when I started was punk, like Dead Kennedys. Jake has a similar story. He's really into punk, and then kept going. Obviously, I got into classic rock, heavy metal. I mean, Mike, all of us in the band were really into like boomer dad rock. Like we just love Black Sabbath, like for real, and obviously Metallica, like Judas Priest, like all the very classic touchstones.
All the old school metal bands.
Yeah, very old school, like the original.
Yeah. Do you remember like what? Not even necessarily like heavy music, but what's a piece of music that you think like when you first heard it changed your life perhaps more than any other piece of music? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, there'd be Dead Kennedys' Terminal Preppy. It's the first, it's the first really, I guess, hardcore. That was the original hardcore punk. Because I'd heard tons of music all the time, like I heard oldies radio and all kinds of stuff my whole life. And I thought it was cool. And I sang along, but I didn't really care. And then until I heard that, so I really started caring about music, like caring that you could play an instrument even,
That's what you taught yourself music after that?
No, it's sort of like, whoa, this is music. I'm like, well, this feels crazy. It's like, oh, you could make a band. I'm like, I can make a band. It's like, what are the instruments? I'm like, oh, here's the instruments. So my friend gave me a guitar and I was learning it. Then my cousin called me one day. He's like, hey, I have a bass. Do you want a bass? I was like, yes. And I was like, okay, there's a bass, there's a guitar, the drums. And then I was doing the math and I'm like, every kid at school played guitar. I knew one kid who played drums. And I was like, if I play bass right now, I can make a band tomorrow. So I'm like, sold. Boom.
How many bands did you have before Health?
One. I had one in high school. That's it.
What was it called?
Blood Meridian. After the Cormac McCarthy book.
The punk band?
Class. I had a really cool teacher.
Nice. Was it just a hardcore punk band?
No. We played like we were hugely trying to be like, we were super into classic rock. Like we grew up on punk, so we played some punk. We did Dead Kennedys covers, but we were really playing like very blues based like rock that was psychedelic, and like it was pretty, especially at the time where all the we're from San Diego, so all the bands at school were trying to make Blink-182. So we were playing this like bluesy rock, which is kind of funny. And then we were super into The Locust and Airborne Radar, and so the band was not really serious. It was just in high school. We played like the Lunch one time and like 2 shows. But I went and saw Oops the Tour in high school. I saw it was The Locust, Airborne Radar, Lightning Bolt, Blood Brothers, and Harkonnen. And I was like, that was the show that changed my life. I'm like, I need to make a band. So I was going to the Che Cafe in San Diego, and then we drive to LA to go see The Smell. And so when I was in LA in film school, I was like, okay, I need to make a band right now. And so that band ended up being Health. That's it.
That's pretty remarkable. Most people seem to have half a dozen bands before one really lands.
One thing too, like I was not planning on doing the band for that long, and I'm not sure if the other guys were either. It's just like, we had like some buzz from the beginning, and we had these opportunities from the beginning, and so I was like, okay, I was planning on doing something else, but like, I know how rare this must be. I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth. Like, yes, I want to tour Europe. This sounds incredible. Like, okay, like I don't think we're like we don't have the goods to be a great band, but like people want you to tour Europe right now. I'm like, yes, I'll do this. So that's kind of thing.
What was the other thing you were planning on doing?
Well, I was in film school, so I was like, I was working in television, and I was, obviously I like to do more stuff, more creative, but like I was like grinding my ass 14 hours a day working on shows about knitting and crafting. And I was like, dude, I can see my 20s like rolling by real quick. And I know the older guys who aren't even that old, they're really bitter. So I'm like, well, I can do this right now. I should do it. And like maybe it'll fall apart in a few years. Jim Jarmusch, had a post-punk band for a few years, and then he made his movies. I'll do that. But we had way more success than we ever thought. And we got all these opportunities. And then it's sort of like you have a taste of it, and you're like, what if we go a bit more? What if we go a bit more? So like that. And like,
so if you hadn't taken a chance on health, you might be a bitter old guy right now editing a knitting show.
Who knows? Really, who knows? I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I have a lot of I see my analogs are probably my homies like Zev Deans, who are been directing music videos for bands like Ghost, and he's about to do a feature. Maybe I'd be like him. That seems realistic to me. So I'd be like that. Perhaps. I don't know. Or my other buddy, like he directs commercials in LA. Like he makes pretty good money, but it's not like creatively what he wants to do, but it's pretty good. I could theoretically be doing that.
So
being very realistic about this. So
realistically, what do you think you would do if health just for some reason imploded tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow? I would immediately go into the indie game space.
Right.
I'd make a video game tomorrow.
You'd become a game developer?
Game developer. Not that I know anything about game development, but similar to how I didn't know anything about music. So, so I would go and...
I'm sure you could pull in a production team off the Discord.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding?
We got,
in our Discord, we got fucking geniuses. I could make a crack team in 2 seconds. So, yeah. Organize a team. We got a lot of tools right now. I know some people in the industry right now. Let's make it happen.
Yes. Let's implode health.
No success is guaranteed. I literally do not know what the fuck I'm talking about, but that's what I do.
So who's been your favorite bands to actually witness at Knotfest?
At Knotfest? Well, I love Baby Metal, but I've seen them a million times. So I've actually watched every band except for the bands playing before us because we're setting up. But I watched every band in full except today at every Knotfest. So I've had a good time.
Yeah. So I guess it's probably about time we thought about heading back and going to see some of these bands for the last time.
How's this work? Do you edit these things?
Yeah. This is one of the first ones. I haven't actually edited any yet.
Okay, so nice. Yeah. I want to know.
Be editing them. But do you remember the last time we were in a hotel room together?
Yes, I do. Do you remember is the question? Because we had to leave you. You were a wounded soldier.
Unfortunately, yes. It was it's insane when I woke up in that bed and I was just like, man, why the fuck am I wet? And I just figured, I figured that I must have spilt a beer on myself, like going into bed or something, and just thought it was beer. And it wasn't until the next day, I guess I'd gotten back to my hotel room and peeled my fucking wet jeans.
Yeah, it's amazing that wasn't your bed.
Yeah. Very, very shameful, but a good story. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to put my jeans back on the next day at like 6 o'clock in the evening when I finally woke up.
Here's the impressive thing. I remember I was leaving.
I pissed myself.
Well, yeah, I gathered that you pissed yourself.
Yeah, that's just my retelling of the realization at the time, getting my jeans going, why do these stink? Like, oh man, I think I've
Well, actually, sometimes if you drink that much and piss yourself, I've heard this from stories, not me, I don't piss myself. But you're so drunk, you pee alcohol, so you don't really smell like piss. But no, to your credit, though, I was leaving after that, I think 48 hours, walking out the door, and I saw you, and you were going to the gym. So that was very impressive.
Yeah, I think I put myself on a bit of a
But you did get to sleep,
down
though.
then.
You got to sleep, that, so you probably slept like 12 hours.
I slept for I think I woke up at 6 or something and went and got dinner, and I think you guys were still kicking on, and I'm like, I don't think I can do this anymore. It's
Good call.
Time for me to die. Thanks for listening to Music Is My Life. This podcast is self-produced by me, Lachlan Watt. I'd like to thank Audio Technica Australia for providing the high-quality equipment that has made this possible, as well as Patrick Galvin at Hollowbone Studio for the design. The killer theme music that you are currently hearing was written by the legends TJ Cowgill and Sam Saljuki. Catch you in the next episode.